Hey, I'm John. I'm a board game publisher, designer, and illustrator, and I wanted to share something with you guys. Check this out. So these are the new Token Terrors Battlegrounds faction packs, and these ones arrived late. I have the other ones actually. Hold on one second. Token Terrors Battlegrounds Season 2 Terror Rising is going to feature a new product offering. Before, what we did was we did an entire box that had 42 miniatures inside, 7 factions for you to draft, mix, and match. And that's cool. But we wanted to do some stuff that sort of mimicked what you see out of the chase model from things like Magic the Gathering, where sometimes you'll get rare stuff when you open things up. If you encounter our stuff in the wild at a retail location or at a convention, you can just buy a single faction for like $10. So all 6 of these are part of the core roster of Token Terror Season 2. We have dragons, ghosts, merpeople, myrmidons, vampires, and branchlands. Okay, what came today is the stretch goal factions. Now these are developed, and they're obviously they're not manufactured. These are resin printed 3D prototypes. But I thought it'd be cool if we crack some of these. So these are color variant versions. So like the Geists are going to be glow in the dark, and they're color variant versions of the Ghosts. And the gold dragons are color variant versions of the standard red dragons. Now, these are going to be stretch goals for when everybody will get a free one of these with their pledge, which is going to be between $60 and $70 per pledge. I'm still working out the numbers. Everybody's going to get glow in the dark Geist when we fund the project, which will be somewhere between $25,000 and $30,000. And then when we hit 2,000 backers, everybody will unlock gold dragons for free. So you will get 8 factions for your core pledge of whatever it is. So let's open one of these up and see what we get. So first and foremost, you're going to receive 6 miniatures of the faction. And here's our Geists. They're like semi-translucent. I don't know if I'll be able to focus. They're semi-translucent. They have like this, for lack of a better term, like piss yellow kind of character to them right now in prototyping. But you can kind of see through them, and they look pretty good, I think. So you get your 6 miniatures. Then you're going to get the talent card for that particular faction. That's the character side is going to feature one illustration of that faction. And then you get the name of the faction. Then you get some qualifiers, some typing. So this is a range type faction that is typical, and it is phantasmal, which is like the life form family that they come from. Their eerie glow draws you close before a bolt of terror seizes your body. That's when they have you. All right, so a little flavor text. And then you're greeted with their faction ability card. So this is the reserves area where things that aren't yet in battle, that are not on the board in play, actually live here, and you get to selectively choose which ones reinforce when you get to the end of each turn if you've lost a couple guys. And then they have 2 asymmetric abilities. So they have a 0 cost ability, which is just passive, called Possession, that says if an enemy is activated in a space surrounding a Geist, you command the first 2 times using your opponent's commands. So you basically get to hijack your opponent's turn for 2 actions. Kind of wild. And that's if it's selectively activated by the opponent in a space surrounding a Geist. You get the first 2 actions, you get to decide what they are. Their other ability, Ghost Light, costs 2 commands to do. And this says travel a fresh enemy up to 3 spaces towards this Geist. So you can basically move key pieces out of your opponent's formations. And then if it's like a key piece that they need to activate in order to, enact some sort of game plan they have, and you put that thing right next to a Geist, then if they activate the first 2 commands they do, you're going to decide what they are. Additionally, you get an updated cheat sheet rules pamphlet that just has everything that you need to know at a glance to play the game. And then this one comes with a rare Power Surge card. Now, in retail, this will be like a 15% shot that you're going to be greeted by one of these when you open up a faction pack. This particular Power Surge card, which gets randomly selected, the 5 get selected at the top of each game and get randomly shuffled face down without you knowing what they are into a communal pile of cards called the Surge deck that looks like this. You have 3 starting commands, and your starting command cards have a green back. So these ones never go away, and usually you don't lose them. In the case of Geist, they can be hijacked and stolen. And then the rest of the deck has a yellow back, and this features a point value of 1 for 1 command, and some of them have a point value of 2. I mean, I can show you a number 2 on one of these cards, but you get the idea. And then 5 of these Power Surge cards are shuffled into the deck at random. The core deck comes with 12 Power Surge cards, and then there's a 15% pull rate for you to pull a rare Power Surge card from a faction pack. All the faction packs in the pledge that are being going out to campaign backers is going to include all of the stuff. Every single one of them will have a rare Power Surge card. Every single one of them will have a Tactics or Grudge card. The color variant factions are not going to have Tactics or Grudge cards yet. We theoretically could add them in the campaign if we do really well, but we'll see how that goes. So let's take a look at the Gold Dragons really quickly. Okay, again, I mean, also just looking at the quality of the prototype prints, I love the Gold Dragons. They look so cool, and they're going to look great on the board. I kind of low-key fuck with this mono yellow build right here. So this one is called Golden Opportunity, is the Power Surge card you get with the Gold Dragons. That makes sense, right? The one you get for the Geist is called Encore, which says if you've already completed a token talent, you may perform that talent again by spending its listed command cost. This is brutal for something like Ghost Light. But it's universally applicable to any faction. So these are like splashy one-off effects. Like the first 2-page spread that you're greeted with in the rule booklet is this right here, and I'll take a picture and throw it up on the screen so you can see. But in between steps 2 and 3 is when you're allowed to play Power Surge cards. You can play as many of them as you have, and you can save and accrue these cards as you see fit. They're faction agnostic, but the ones that you get in the faction pack you open is complementary to that faction. So here's the Gold Dragons talent card that you'll get. Look at these little guys, all smug and everything. These are range typical creatures. To see a Gold Dragon is rare. To survive its judgment, rarer still. And these guys do some of the coolest shit, especially considering the way that the Surge deck works. Throughout the game, you're able to earn Surge by completing a dash, which is doing 3 continuous move actions in a row without going back and forth into the same space during that chain of individual move actions. And that's kind of why the keyword travel is used. Travel is bundled movements that do not constitute any individual movement that would work towards chaining into a dash. The other way you get it is anytime the rest key phrase instruction or during the rest step, which is step 4 of your turn, it's an optional step where you can turn your back on your enemy, forfeiting the ability to evade range attacks in order to intake Surge. What the Gold Dragons do is they just let you manipulate the Surge deck. So their first ability costs 1. It's called Insight. Reveal the top 3 cards of the Surge deck, add 1 to your hand, place the other 2 on the bottom of the Surge deck in a random order. The other ability, Swift Justice. Discard the top 3 cards of the Surge deck. For each Power Surge discarded and for every 2 Surge points discarded, you may issue 1 non-talent command to any Gold Dragon. Churning and burning. Let me know what you guys think about this product offering. I'm really excited about it, and I'll do some more cracks and open up some stuff soon. See ya.